I'm in camp mode, bro. I don't get no cuts, nothing. You know, being in the ring with Canelo is, you know, I'm just trying to pick his mind, you know, see what he got. Also getting in shape as well for my own fight. You know, it's fun, you know, sparring Canelo. You know, trying to pick his brain. You know, I think he like 70 fights in. Turned pro at 15, so I was picking his brain, having fun, you know, and sharpening my tools. You know, that's about it, you know.
Hello, first things first. A lot has been made about your sparring session with Boots Ennis. How did that happen? What happened?
I cannot say much, but he called us and say if he can go and sparring with me and everything. I say, of course, right? A fighter like me, we always want great sparring.
Just an enormous fight, brother. How are you feeling during this fight week?
Feeling great, feeling tremendous. Ready to rock and roll. I can't wait. Ready to put on a beautiful show and bring home this big knockout.
How does Xander compare to, how is he different from some of your past opponents?
I mean, every fighter different. Everybody got their own style and their own abilities. And on Saturday night, you know, we're going to be victorious and do what I do and get that win.
Today, you know, a typical Wednesday is just a volume day. Today we come in and just put some work in. We grind out, not necessarily boxing specific, but we want to go ahead and make sure that, you know, we're pushing for endurance, pushing that, you know, that cardiovascular system, making sure they're in shape. Everybody's talking about Boots being the best in the division. So if that's the case, then Xander getting this win, I mean, we would have to put Xander up there as well. Boots is going to really bring out the best of Xander. I don't think anybody has seen the best yet. And I think this fight is going to bring that out.
The main priority for me is always go out there and do what I do, stay focused on what I have to do, because at the end, nobody takes the punches for me. Sure. At the end, nobody has to go, through the stuff I got to go through. It's only me. I got to go through that motion. So I don't take anything for granted. I prepare myself to the highest standard.
With fight night just around the corner, Boots, Ennis, and Xander Zayas have entered their final training camps with one goal: total domination. Every punch, every round, and every second of preparation is building toward a showdown that could change the future of boxing forever. As of now, Boots Ennis is sharpening his skills alongside Canelo Alvarez in camp. Could training with boxing's biggest superstar be the secret weapon that pushes Boots to another level? Every session is exposing him to elite championship experience, raising the biggest question of all. Will this preparation make Boots completely unstoppable against Xander Zayas? Or will Zayas find a way to shock the boxing world despite Boots' stacked training camp?
You know, it's fun, you know, sparring Canelo. You know, trying to pick his brain. You know, I think he like 70 fights in. Turned pro at 15, so I was picking his brain, having fun, you know, and sharpening my tools. You know, that's about it, you know.
While Boots Ennis isn't just preparing for Xander Zayas, he's sharpening his weapons inside Canelo Alvarez's elite training camp, putting extra focus on perfecting his devastating jab. If one of boxing's pound-for-pound kings is helping elevate Boots' game, what terrifying version of Ennis will step into the ring on fight night? Xander Zayas may be facing a champion who's about to reach an entirely new level. Furthermore, Boots Ennis has been sharpening his skills inside Canelo Alvarez's training camp, with the Mexican superstar helping him prepare for the biggest fight of his career against Xander Zayas. After sharing 4 to 5 intense sparring sessions, Boots admits the experience pushed him to another level. If training alongside one of boxing's greatest champions has unlocked a new version of Boots, Xander Zayas could be in for a nightmare.
And what was it like sharing those rounds with Canelo? How many spars did you share, and what did you learn or take away most from those camps?
It was a great experience. I had fun. I was learning, but helping him and just getting ready for myself for my 154 debut as well. And it was a great time, great experience. We sparred like 4 or 5 times, and it was fun.
Now shifting to Xander Zayas, Xander Zayas isn't treating this like just another fight. He's treating it like the biggest mission of his career. He made it crystal clear that nothing comes before defeating Boots Ennis, refusing to let fame, appearances, or outside distractions break his focus. Zayas believes once the final bell rings and his hand is raised, every opportunity will still be there. But first, he has to conquer one of boxing's toughest challenges. His message is simple: win first, celebrate later.
The main priority for me is always go out there and do what I do, stay focused in what I have to do, because at the end, nobody takes the punches for me. Sure. At the end, nobody has to go through the stuff I got to go through. It's only me. I got to go through that motion. So I don't take anything for granted. I prepare myself to the highest standard.
Meanwhile, Xander Zayas is locked in a relentless training camp, pushing through grueling sessions and refining every weapon in his arsenal. With each passing day, he's sharpening his speed, power, and precision, determined to step into the ring as the most complete version of himself. Behind the scenes, the hard work is reaching another level and fight night is getting closer. Xander Zayas isn't backing down from the biggest challenge of his career, openly admitting that Jaron Boots Ennis is the toughest opponent he has ever faced. But respect doesn't mean fear. Zayas believes he's entering this fight at his absolute best after a relentless training camp, confident in his preparation and determined to shock the boxing world. He sent a clear warning that any sign of overconfidence from Boots could turn into a costly mistake inside the ring.
Opponent in my resume today, because again, I feel like every fight was a step into that direction. And obviously, facing somebody like Boots, former world champion, coming up to a new weight class and wanting to be the king of the weight class is obviously challenging, because you know he's coming with his best, but he gotta expect the best out of me, and I promise I'm gonna bring the best version out of Xander Zayas. It's up to him. However he wants to go into this fight, the only person that is going to pay the price is him.
American professional boxer and former kickboxer Chris Algieri that Boots Ennis has been straight up demolishing sparring partners in camp, busting noses, cracking ribs, leaving bodies piled up like he's training for war, not just another fight against Xander Zayas. This ain't hype. This is destruction mode activated. Boots is a goddamn monster right now, legs back under him at 154, power sharper than ever, and ready to turn Zayas into a highlight reel victim.
The Northeast coaches, reports I'm hearing about Boots in the gym.
That's what I mean, like Boots in the gym, Boots in the gym.
But I mean, I'm talking to guys firsthand who are there, and they're telling me, like, he's busting rib cages, he's busting noses.
Adding to that, Ryan Garcia weighed in and avoided picking a winner, but confidently claimed he would knock out Jaron Ennis if they ever fought. He also rejected the idea that Xander Zayas' lack of experience makes him an easy opponent, arguing that boxing is unpredictable and overlooking Zayas would be a mistake.
Will I fight Boots? Bro, I will knock out Boots. Boots is, bro, the thing I don't like about Boots, well, Boots is cool person. Don't know much about him, but I like Boots as a person. I don't like his promoter, Eddie Hearn. He's saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, Xander, I forgot his last name. Why is Xander, can't believe he's fighting Boots? Like Boots is some unbeatable fighter. Like, bro, we're fighters. We don't give a fuck who you are. Remember when Eddie Hearn said that Devin Haney was an unbeatable fighter?
Meanwhile, Oscar De La Hoya praised Boots Ennis as a complete fighter with elite power, speed, skill, and ring IQ. He acknowledged that while Xander Zayas may be less experienced, his determination and desire to prove himself make him a dangerous challenger. De La Hoya believes the contrast between Ennis's polished talent and Zayas' youthful hunger is what makes the fight so intriguing.
Boots is a tremendous fighter. He's a beast. He's fast, he's elusive, he's strong, he can change up his combinations, his footwork is impeccable. But then you have Zayas, who's a big guy, who throws a lot of punches, who's young, who's strong, but he's motivated, he's hungry. I think it's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be a classic fight.
Journalist Sean Zittel believes Boots Ennis is following the same path that turned Terrence Crawford into a pound-for-pound king. He says Ennis doesn't need gimmicks or hype because his talent is simply too overwhelming to ignore. Just like Crawford, Boots keeps stacking dominant performances, forcing the boxing world to recognize his greatness. Every victory pushes him closer to the blockbuster fights that once seemed out of reach. And if Ennis conquers Xander Zayas, it will be another powerful statement that the road to boxing supremacy runs straight through Boots Ennis.
He will take another step towards, in my eyes, what's like a Terrence Crawford-like trajectory, where Crawford wasn't able to, Crawford could sell out Omaha, just like Ennis has sold out Philadelphia. He could sell out his home base. But ultimately Crawford, through sheer excellence and talent and ability, time after time after time, once he got into his 30s, well into his 30s, that's when the real blockbuster kind of fights came his way, because he just simply couldn't be denied. And I think if Ennis wins, that's the trajectory he's on. If Ennis beats Zayas, like he's favored to do, it's another step towards that kind of like Crawford-like projection, okay?
The boxing world is on edge as Jaron Boots Ennis and Xander Zayas prepare for a blockbuster showdown that could redefine both careers. With bold predictions, heated warnings, and growing confidence from both camps, the tension has reached another level. Just days before his June 27th showdown with Xander Zayas, Jaron Boots Ennis has received perhaps the biggest endorsement of his career. Sean Porter says Boots combines Shakur Stevenson's defense with Gervonta Davis's explosive power, and that could spell serious trouble for Zayas.
And to the point of what I told Malcolm, I said, if you want a fighter that's as defensively responsible as Shakur Stevenson, makes the right move every time defensively, that man right there. And if you want a man that's as powerful as a Tank Davis, as explosive, and can end the fight at any point and any time, you have a mix of Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis, two of the best fighters in the world, and one man right there. That's how good that kid is.
And the speed? And
the speed is remarkable.
Yeah.
I'm watching him spar the other dude, and he threw a jab, and the jab was so fast, I said, damn. And the dad was watching, he turned around and said, yeah. I was like, yo.
Pretty impressive, right?
I said, yeah. I said, damn. And he turned around and said, yeah. I was like, all right. So the kid just got the goods, man. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
And
and executing.
He's got to execute.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that he will.
Sean Porter has revealed a terrifying experience from their sparring session. The former world champion says Boots landed a right hand so fast he never even saw it coming, and the impact snapped his head back instantly. Porter admitted the shot left him stunned, and what he revealed about Ennis's speed and power could be a serious warning for Xander Zayas.
I saw them fighting, or I saw it in sparring. This dude punched me with a right hand. The joint came so fast, I didn't even see it, right? And it hit me on the forehead. And I got my headgear on. And it jarred my neck, right? I said, damn! And he moves away like I was hurt. I said, no, I'm good. But goddamn, he stopped me, and I wasn't even coming at him. You know what I mean? It's like I always talk about guys having power and then somebody moving into the punch, helping the power. I wasn't moving into it. I wasn't slipping the wrong way and got caught. He just threw a right hand, and that joint was like, I was like, damn.
So it's like a brick.
Yeah. And he punched me in my chest one time too.
That one stopped you?
Nah. He caught me to the body once. And that was the one. I was like, no, it ain't happening today. He caught me to the body once. So, but he hit me in my chest once, and that joint was hurting. And I felt it on the back end too. I'm like, damn, it was like a bullet. Like, it went through it, and I felt it on the back end. So the power's there.
Furthermore, Greg Hackett pointed out that Xander Zayas has already built an impressive resume by becoming a unified champion at such a young age. He also mentioned that Jaron Ennis is finally getting the high-profile fight he has been chasing, although some doubts remain about Zayas' overall experience. Even so, Hackett emphasized that Zayas is a genuine champion and believes the matchup promises to be a highly competitive and compelling showdown.
At the same time, I feel like Xander feels like he already made it. You know what I mean? And I'm not mad at him for that, because to be undisputed
I mean, not undisputed, unified. To be unified champion at 54 so fast. It happened for him kind of fast. You know what I'm saying? I can understand the high that he's on. You know what I mean? And Boots, on the other hand, this is what he's been looking for. He's been looking for a guy that everybody say is a guy for him to be fighting. Now, some people say they don't like the fight because Xander's inexperienced, Xander ain't good enough, and this and that. Well, how did he? Yeah, but how did he get here? Like, you know what I mean? It's none of our faults. It's nobody's fault. It's the business of boxing. So if he's capable of being champion, he's capable of being a great fighter. I don't know what.
Adding another highly respected perspective to the debate, Andre Ward says he enjoys the matchup, but remains uncertain about whether this challenge is arriving too soon for the 23-year-old Xander Zayas. Ward praises Zayas for his footwork, distance control, durability, and calm demeanor under pressure. At the same time, he stresses that holding world titles at a young age does not automatically guarantee readiness for a fighter of this caliber.
Boots is 28, but he's still a young guy. He's in his prime. And, you know, Xander Zayas is 23. And when I look at this matchup initially, the first thing I think about, is it too soon for Xander Zayas? Is it a year too soon? Is it a year and a half too soon? Some would say, but he's still he's a two-time world champion. That doesn't mean that he's ready for this. I think Xander, and I like Xander a lot. I like him a lot personally. I like his movement. I like how he's carried himself, and I like him. I've seen his growth, calling his fights on ESPN. He's got a lot to like. He's got the range. He's got the height. He's tough. He's got a whole country behind him, and he fully embraces trying to be the next great Puerto Rican champion. And he's going to cause some problems for Boots Ennis throughout this fight. But my initial question is this too soon, or is it the right time? Is it ripe and the right time?
However, Xander Zayas weighs in and remains completely confident heading into the biggest fight of his career. He insists that Ennis has never faced someone with his combination of athleticism, physical strength, skill, and determination. Zayas believes this fight will reveal whether Boots can handle sustained pressure from an opponent who refuses to back down.
You're controlling Boots.
When I control Boots.
When you control Boots. Sorry. When you control Boots, a fight's gonna break out. There's no way he's gonna walk and just let you box his head off and box around and do all that shit. A fight's gonna break out. Then what happens?
Then he's gonna be uncomfortable when he sees that the 23-year-old is a unified champion for a reason, and he can fight too. It's simple. He's gonna be uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form you put it. He's gonna be uncomfortable. He's never seen it. He's just never have fought somebody with the same IQ, with the same athleticism, with the same height, same reach, bigger than him. He just never have. He'd never have. He's not gonna be able to walk down somebody that is not wanting to back down. It's simple. It's simple. He's gonna have to run. He's gonna have to run through the train. And the train is here to stay.
Adding to that, Calvin Ford also favors Ennis, but warns that Zayas presents a legitimate challenge. He expects a competitive contest between two highly talented young fighters where preparation, strategy, and in-fight adjustments may determine the winner. After watching Boots throughout training camp, Ford believes the champion looks focused and fully prepared.
Even though when he was enjoying his fame, coming out, being Boots, you know what I'm saying? But this fight is like, okay, you Boots, this guy right here, we really going to see Boots. You know what I'm saying? All he's going to put them boots on him. You know what I'm saying? And Xander, he like, if I knock off Boot, I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? So, some people would say it's a 50-50, but I don't know. It's just, Boots got that swag. He got that swag, when he get in that ring. He puts some stuff together. And Xander, he don't care. He don't care. So, that's a fight everybody talking about right now because they know it's a fight. And that's what people want to see.
Adding to the discussion, Mickey Bay gives Zayas credit for his well-rounded skill set, but feels the matchup itself favors Ennis. While he acknowledges Zayas can do a little bit of everything and has plenty of tools to work with, he feels the fight naturally favors Ennis. Even so, Bay expects Zayas to make it entertaining and sees the contest as a high-level battle between two talented fighters.
I'm just giving an honest assessment. No, he can. He could do a little bit of everything. I just think in this fight, I just when you do the stylistic matchup, it's perfect for Boots. But I just don't. I don't see him, you know, he could prove me wrong.
Perfect?
I'm just saying, you know, Xander, style-wise, I think is bad. It's a bad style matchup.
For Xander, it's a bad style matchup?
To me, yeah. But I think he's still gonna put a fight on, and it's gonna be a great fight. He got a lot of tools. You know, he got gas. Like you say, he could move. He throw a lot of punches. I just don't think that.
As fight night closes in, the tension between Jaron Boots Ennis and Xander Zayas has reached a boiling point. Two rising forces, both undefeated in belief, both convinced they are the future of the division. From elite camps, brutal sparring, and expert debates, one question now dominates everything. Who proves they truly belong at the top when the lights are brightest? This isn't just a fight. It's a statement that could reshape the entire 154-pound landscape forever. When the bell rings, hype ends, and reality begins. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.